the new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line. All right.
Round one.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Shoots off a projectile from downtown to check their approach. The impact gets blocked. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. Lots of aggression from both sides. Both fighters are working with empty drive gauges, but I'm sure they want to make something happen. Limited resources at hand right now. Taking stock. They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on. Player one needs to deal with this burnout. Projectile to try and change the situation. It's a normal hit, but they get in there. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Picks up the win with the projectile. Good read. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player one didn't manage their drive properly through that round. Meter management is absolutely vital, and they need to manage it properly for this coming round. Sandblast! Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player one can't let experiencing burnout. What'll happen here? Player one, burnout triggered. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Zones with the fireball. They're both driveless. This is gonna get messy. Easily escapes that throw attempt. Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? Manages to block the jump in attempt. Hits them with a stop and bop. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Oh my, the throw tag. They were right to be on guard there. KO! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Oh, what's this? This is gonna be bad news. It uses the gauge for a super off. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business.
Yo, you good?
And it is on. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Player one with the lead. Will they go for offense or defense? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player two needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Burn out, but they may have a plan here. Player two still have some flatlines on. Player one is a force to be reckoned with. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Checking to see how the opponent reacts to long-range fireballs. This is a clear sign that they're testing their opponent's knowledge and game plan. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Who's gonna make a move? A battle of egos on display here as neither fighter wants to give up any ground. Player one is in burnout. Drives off the table. They need to hold out. Player one has used up all of their drive gauge. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Lands the forward throw. The corner pressure continues. They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Player one chases them down. Sandblast! Player one will have to fight back here without any drive. This is a burnout activates. Player one KO. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Player one, they can't squander this punish counter chance. Player one, in got goes for the super art. Grabs him. That throw will do some good damage. Player two is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Zones with the fireball. Oh, could be the start of something. Player one will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout, brushes that off and keeps going. Good instincts to spend resources while they have them to tack on more baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Connects with the throw. Knockdown and noticeable life lead is a comeback. They were not cleared for takeoff. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player two managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Hit the drive! They decide to take a breather to regroup. Experiencing burnout. Player one will have to deal with the drops though. Good judgment there. Oh, the throw connects. What now? Slams on the brakes and shuts out the counter. With super arts into play, it's really anything goes at this point. And they burn out in sync. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Player two is in burnout state, a very precarious situation. This is what tries to act quickly but with the attack. The pace of the round is going excellent. Block. I assume the pleasantries are just about over. Hits the drive. Plenty of health, full gauges, let's go. Oh my god, they just choked it up. They are not getting full burnout, but they may have a plan here. Player one is looking at a and whip. They're wide open. Amazing! Both fighters' drive gauges might be burned out, but the fire still blazing. Solid anti-air. Both are ready to pull the trigger. Ooh, what a smart throw. Okay. No! Critical art now? Wait, what? Are they actually dead? Couldn't finish them off. Can they still take the round? Oh my god. Slips in the drive impact. Player one is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire.
Match. Choose a new challenger.
Y'all better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business.
All right, you ready? Hope you're ready. Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checking their opponent. Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Player 2 has the left down to the wire. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Combo with the target combo. Decides to meet them in the air. Life lead opens up. Grabs them. Taking stock. That drive impact doesn't get through, so they break forward to pressure the opponent. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Takes a trip. Will this super art connect? The super doesn't hit, and the throw ends the round. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Caught in the cross-up. Rising uppercut. Neither of them willing to back off here. Uses the target combo as a filler. Hits him with a stop and drop. Very difficult to use. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 1 pumps the brakes on the impact. Shows the medium kick. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Experiencing burnout. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Just stacking things in their favor with solid punches. Are we going to see a shift them for the win? Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. The drive impact nets them a sweet punish counter. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Goes for the throw. What are they thinking here? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Player 1, they've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Goes for the super art? All right, what's coming up next? That drive impact is blocked. Decides to meet them in the air. Takes a trip. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Immediate jumping. Who's going to start things off? Decides, burnout triggered. Hits them with a stop and bop. The jump in catches them. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Smart play with the throw. Medium kick. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Full F8. Oh, what's this? Digs in deep to get that drive in. Sonic Hurricane. Great coverage. Solid choice. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Boom! Okay. Kisses the fireball. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Toss that off. Where are you going? The last trying to make something happen with an overdrive arc. It's time to go in. The Pale Rider snatches them. They're looking to end things right here. Throws him. Holy! There's a drive impact. Player 2, deep impact, squash. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Oh my God, they just choked it up. Their drive impact misses. Okay, there's a burnout. Drops them. And whiffs, they're wide open. Not in range for the throw. They're taking a can-they break through with a solid puncher? A projectile to say, get off him! Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? They gotta go! Throws! Ugh, take a Crownzone. It is over! I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.
Comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
All right, you ready? Round 1.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Good anti-air. Still slugging it out here. Shoots off a projectile from downtown to check their approach. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a counter. Taking stock. From up above. Knockdown. Throws him. What's next? That drive impact doesn't get through. Heading into the end game now. It's getting... Ooh! Lands a rising uppercut. What's their game plan here? This could spring forward with the drive rush. KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Jump? Are we going to see some fire? They were right to be on guard there. Player drive rush to keep it going. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Rising uppercut. Goes for the jumping. They're both driveless. This is gonna get messy. Looking for a chance. Jumps in. Crowns him from above. This can lead to some big damage. Denies the jumping attempt. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Sandblast. Gets the jump in. Player 1 will need to do a better job of utilizing their drive gauge if they want a different result than last round. But denied! Keeps cool and locks them out. Player 1, good decision with that throw. Okay, here we go. Holy! Oh my God, they just choked it up. Solar plexus strike. There's a drive impact. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Takes him down with a pale right. Time for some ground and pound. Yo, you good? This is going to hurt. Goes to the air. Throws him. Ugh, take a seat. Nothing stops this train. Players burn out, but they may have a plan here. I can't believe it. Quick air to air. They are done. Player 1 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that comeback. Cross that off. This is gonna be bad news. Hits him in the gut. Strings it. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge down. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Oh! Player 2 chases him down. Heats it up with a combo into super. Taking stock. They're barely hanging in there. Gets them. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Had the radar up and running. Fires off in overdrive. Down to the wire. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. With this kind of gauge gap, they'll want to think about when to use it and not be trigger happy. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Oh, what's this? Were they baiting them into that? Player, burnout activates. Looking to impress with this super. Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Decides to buff up while they can. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. That was a solid anti-air. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. Brushes off the impact. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player 2 is maintaining the court down to the wire. In a dire situation, they can't what a finish. Great meat in the life gauge there. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 2 needs to use the threat of the... Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Both fighters are trying not to get trapped in the burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean. What? Player 2 took no time to finish that fight.
Special match. Here comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
All right, you ready? Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Nothing but air for the impact. Whoa, hold on. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. Gets through the opening. Player one is in burnout. Drives off the table. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? Grabs them. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. All right, what's coming up next? And the throw ends the round. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient. Hits them with a stop and pop. Player one is going to have a hard burnout activates. Player one will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Side switch in the corner. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Big, ooh, what a smart play. Overhead. A real 10-bomb critical. What's gonna happen? Yo, we're dealing with a real gambler here. Low on life and is still willing to risk it all on this critical art to deal the cash money damage they need. What's next? Big drive, impact, squash. The drive gate hits the drive. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Lots of distance here. Who's baiting who? A jump in? Go to sleep. Gina still gets need to push forward? What were they? What a finish! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Wow, sat and waited for this opening. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Whoa, airborne! Taking chunks out of each other here. Player one is barely heading off. Excellent block. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Player one, nothing stops this train. Wow, that throw did some juicy damage. Player one is in a very good throw zone. Okay, deep forward rush. Switch sides. No way. No signs of letting up from out of the corner. Somehow manages to block the jump in. Player one can't use any drive boost. Gotta play it safe. Oh, they're gonna be in the middle. Any mistake, no one could have called that. Player two is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. Medium kick meets them air to air. Big throws. Jumps, rushes that off and keeps going. He adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Player one has used up all of their drive gauge. They need to hold out. Player one in that dangerous burnout state. Can't tech the throw, takes a trip. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Neither of them willing to back off here. Burnout discipline and the throw ends the round. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Slips the grab. Checks them with a projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Grabs them, springs forward with the drive rush. Okay, so you can use drive rushes just like that to launch attacks from much further away. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Player one has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Rushes that off and keeps going. Nails it! Barely. Genius read with that throw escape. looking for a chance. Tensions are running high. Both of them get knocked down. Here comes the mix-up. Yo! Flatlines up. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Drop that off! Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Dash goes all in with the uppercut. Scrapping it out up close. Oh, burnout! Did they mean to do that? Player 2, impact, squash. Crowns them from above. Okay, here we go. These guys are not giving each other any time to breathe. Dangerous range here. This can lead to some big damage. Ooh, what a smart blow. Player 2 needs to use the... Holy... There's the drive impact. Links it. The drive gauge is screaming. Dashes out the cage right there. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. They are done. You're kidding me. Player 2 is going to be watching replays for this one for a while.
Here comes a new challenger.
Give me that drama, give me that grime. Are y'all ready? It's fight night time.
Let us begin.
Round
one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Starts with a jump. Player one has them legit shook in the corner. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation. Player two is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Neither of them willing to back takes a big damn KO. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Lands a punish counter for the first hit. Overdrive a Shogeki for more damage. Player two really suffered there in the corner for a while. How can they avoid being put there this round? This is gonna be bad news. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Gets a risky buff in. Time to reassess the situation? Out of range. Relatively safe. A Shogeki. And now? Player two is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Looking to impress with this super Sunrise Festival. They've got to nail the inputs to keep this up. What's this Shinjuhado gonna do? Maximum strike! Carries them all the way to the corner and one crowns them from a flatline zone. Ooh, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Zones with the fireball. Impact's a no-go. Throws them to negate the block. Steps in for the throw. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Oh! Punish counter. This could lead to something big. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Uses the fireball to try and establish their pace. Feeling out the spacing. Timely side KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireballs. They can open up this round big, heats it up with a combo into super. How will this impact things? Jumps in. Player two hits them with a stopping bomb. Ooh, they're gonna feel that. Here we go. Grabs and throws them away. Oh, what's this? Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. They must have a game plan here with the critical art on deck, but executing at closes with the throw. Hitting them with the smart stuff. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
Comes a new challenger.
HP maxed, side quests done, and the skill tree's fully unlocked. Let's get it on.
Let us begin. Don't expect me to be a round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. The drive impact nets them a sweet punish counter. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. There's a punish counter. Just looking to cook them up, weaving that super art into the combo. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Player 2 turned this right around with that super. What a clutch side push there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Player 1 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough KO! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. That's a counter. Who's going to start things off? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? Time to sit on the lead. Gets scooped from down low. Hits him with a stop and pop. This is gonna be bad news. Going in. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Blocks it. Gets the counter hit for the win. They're so good at whiff punishing. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? There's an overdrive Shoryu. Uses their drive gauge. Player 1 with slick drive gauge control. Is this in the bag? There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Slices the gastrointestinal tract. Ryu brings that MD and whooping ass to work.
What's wrong? Get up!
Player 2, lead throw is denied. What a read! Player 2 is on the brink of disaster. Turns out. What's next? Dangerous range here. Genius read with that throw escape. Quick step forward. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Excellent block. Quick dash. Fireball pressure. Trying to wear down the opponent. Player 2 can't win this with a passes out the cage right there. They're gonna teach you a lesson here. You play with fire, you're gonna get burned.
Hey, shut up! I've had enough.
The drive kick clears a burnout. Player 1 can't use any drive move. Gotta play it safe. The drive impact doesn't work. Breaking them shins with the low heavy. They didn't take the throw. Player 1 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
comes a new challenger.
We're about to see a mirror match go down, where they can match each other move for move. This is the hardest kind of match. Who will come out on top? Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to get a breather with a projectile. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Finds the time to squeeze in a buff. Quick one in the pocket. Who's gonna make a move? Blocks the jump in. Who's it gonna be? Will they build meter or just go all in on each other? Gaining some meter would open up the opportunity to deal huge damage, but that's easier said than done. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Very solid corner switch. Can't tech the throw. Oh, burnout triggered! That drive impact is blocked. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Whiffs the throw. Grabs him, takes a trip. Shinku Hadouken! Player a super art. KO! Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Goes for the jump in. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. They were expecting that drive impact. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Misses the grab. Genius read. Jeez, how can they read each other so well? They're thinking of scoring big off this gauge use. Looking for a chance. The throw missed. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. A quick breather. Ah, burnout activates. Play. Oh, that throw did some juicy damage. Gut punch shreds him. Player 1 can't use. No way. No signs of running up from out of the corner. Both fighters are hurting. What's gonna happen? No! Wraps it up with a throw. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Uses their drive game. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Goes for the jump in. Both fighters are raring to go. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this back wide open. Drives it back, misses. Scrapping it out up close. Drops that off. Ooh, the drive impact hits the opponent. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scale.
What's wrong? Get up!
Player 2 can't let this reads the jump in perfectly. And whiffs! They're wide open. Noticeable life lead is a comeback scope all in with a rush. Throws! Ugh, take a seat! I called it! They are done! Player 2 clinches the win! But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
Comes a new challenger.
And they've gone for the same character. Neither side's gonna want to lose this one.
Let us begin. Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checking their opponent. The drive impact netted them a sweet punish counter. That should teach him you can't just throw out moves. Blocks the jump in. What's the play here? Combo with the target combo. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. We're near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation. Low heavy hits, mix up incoming. Long low attack hits. Oh, easy tech. Heading into the end game now, ends with a projectile. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Throws them to negate the block. Hits them with a stop and bop. There's an overdrive shorty. Scrapping it out up close. Check, were they baiting them into that? Hits back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. Smart play with the throw. Super Art connects with the throw. Jumps in, tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Oh, no question whether this Super Art is going to kill or not. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Uses their drive gauge. Final round. Oop. Perfect execution with the anti-air. They just said, get that jumping out of here. Both fighters are raring to go. Knockdown and gotta do better than that. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Throw is denied. What a read. Somehow manages to block the jumping. Impact squash. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Player two, oh, snipe! In with the toss-up. What's next? Player one, oh my, the throw tech. They're taking a step back. Nothing stops this train. Both sides. Oh my God, they just choked it up. Gut punch, spent it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it.
What's wrong? Get up!
No, betting it all on the pin! Player one comes away with the win! It's not over yet! Best believe it's time for that run back! A projectile to say, get off! Jumps in! Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. Player two will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weaker. They need to hold out. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Forcefully closes the gap. With the throw. Drive gauge finally recovers. Player one is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Decides to spend the feelings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Okay, creating some space. Experiencing burnout. Shinku Hadouken! Using the super can open up in there! Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Fireball from very long range. What's next here? Drive rush. Gets in their face. Okay, so you can use drive rushes just like that to launch attacks from much further away. Play pries them open with a Shoryuken. Barely blocks the jump in. What'll happen here? Player two brushes that off and keeps going. Player one holding on to that one KO. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Rushes down the opponent to impose their will. Uses the target combo as a filler.
My turn!
Solar plexus strike! Puts a bit of stank on that with it. Spends it all on the super! Not shy one bit about it!
What's wrong? Get up!
They're betting it all on the drive run! Wow, sat and waited for this opening! Closes it out! Player one showed they are truly the best of the best!
comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Gets a chance with that jump in. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Avoids getting cornered. Throws them to negate the block. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Knockdown. Grabs them. Player 2 goes for the super art. Heading into the end game now. It's a good spot to use the super. Going binomial theorem with a Bushin slam. Nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Jumps, brushes that off and keeps going. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. This is gonna hurt. Impact squashed. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until they're... Oh, huge tag. Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. This is a critical... What's this Shikuhara gonna... What a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Rushes down the opponent to impose their will. Raw super art incoming. Breaks the block with a throw. Throws a fireball. Player 1 makes it look easy. Perfect gauge management. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scale.
What's wrong? Get up.
Player 2 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. All the throw connects. Player 1 is throw a burnout. Did they mean to do that? Gets drilled with an overdrive Shoryuken. No. Throw is denied. The drive impact doesn't work. Keeps him out. Throws him. Oh, really shows some disrespect with that invincible special.
Real win.
Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Excellent block. Going on the offensive? The throw misses. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. What's the play here? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 2 adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Player 1 levels the field with that super. We're getting closer to the end game here. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? All right, what's coming up next? Life lead opens up. Oh, in there! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Dashes up. Who's going to start things off? Digs in deep to get that drive in. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Going in, they're going for the super art. Are they dead off this super? It's too close to call. Both fighters gotta roll up those... Yes! Drive impact for the win. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player and whiff! They're wide open! There's a change of sides. Steals back a chance. Oh, combo! Let's go! huge chance out of that wall splash. Jump! Okay, here we go. No! Critical art now? Player 1 is in a very good turn, tops off the tank and scores the win. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic.
comes a new challenger.
We're about to see a mirror match go down, where they can match each other move for move. This is the hardest kind of match. Who will come out on top? Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Oh, whiffs the drive impact. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Player 2 with the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Fireball from very long range. What's next here? That drive impact doesn't get through. Trying to read each other here? Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Taking stock. Misses the drive impact. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Medium kick. That was a tough crossover. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Down to the wire. This is going to be bad news. This Shin Hashogaki is going to sting. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. We have a super art on deck. There's the wall slide. They can't do anything now. Still slugging it out at this range. Both fighters planning something? Shinku Hadouken! That's not gonna hit. Looks like they want to put a noose to execute. You see that? Slips through the opening for the KO. Player 2 proved to be the victor in that mirror match. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Shows the medium kick. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Was that a good decision? Oh, whiffs the drive impact. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. Can they outlast it? Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. We're close to the point where one mistake could end the round. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Can't tech the throw? Impacts are no-go. Checks them with the projectile. Trying to read each other here? This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change.
Not good enough.
Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Sticks the jump in. Hits him with a stopping bomb. Roughing up the body. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. A quick breather. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent into making a mistake. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Jump. Breaks the block with a throw. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? Jump goes to the air. Gotta do better than that. That's a big gap. Who's willing to risk it for the overdrive? Burnout activates. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to space out the low kick? Goes for the invincible special. They were confident that would hit. Player 1 is the last fighter standing.
Here comes a new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Deftly shuts out the jump in. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. Still slugging it out. The impact gets blocked. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. Hits one in the pocket. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Knockdown. Both fighters will want to utilize what little drive gauge they have. Good drive management could well decide this. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Grabs him. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Punish baits out the attack and gets the punish count. Uses the gauge. Can this super art set things into motion? And the throw ends the round. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round two. Fight.
Gets a risky buff in. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player two had a hard time managing their drive gauge last round, and I'm sure they're aware that they need to start adapting. Holds out with the block. Throws them to negate the block. Closes the gap for the grab. Does a good job of pushing back. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Player two can't use any drive moves without burning out. Medium kick. What'll happen here? This is a turning point. Experiencing burnout. Zones with the fireball. Jumps. A quick breather. This is gonna hurt. Ooh, what a smart throw. Scrapping it out up close. Excellent block. Just goes for it at this range. KO. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
comes a new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Let us begin.
Bring the heat!
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Uh-oh, falls short. Using a drive impact opens a huge window to get punished. Player one will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Gets backed into the corner with pressure building. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? All right, what's coming up next? Changes the pace with an air-to-air. Lets off a projectile to waste time. Taking stock. Jumps. Decides to nuke them in the air. One shot is all told. Fires off and shoots you in there. Player one with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Shoots off a fireball up close. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunity. Connects with medium, experiencing burnout, knockdown, and player one in dire straits with burnout. Oh, they were looking for that overhead. What'll happen here? Grabs and throws them away.
Hey!
Sneaks in the throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Fight!
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Zones with the fire. The drive impact doesn't work. Drops him hard. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Player one with the lead. Excellent block. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Taking chunks out of each other here. A jump drive impact misses. Handle with care. You can't jump drive impact. And whiffs. They're wide open. All the throw connects. Player one can't use drive anymore. What's next? This unleashes some big damage. Player one can't have impact counter. Oh, that's so sick. Grabs them. What now? What are they gonna do? Breaking them shins with the low heavy. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. It's over. Player one has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Round one.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. From low heavy to... Uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. All right. Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. KO! Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round two. Fight!
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Shoots off a fireball up close. Player one got smothered that round. They'll need to shake it off and show some more adaptation. All right, what's coming up next? They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on. Player one, good heads-up decision, opting for the drive impact. Player one in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive game. Now's the time. Player two is working with a better game. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Both fighters are trying not to get trapped and throws that off. Connects with the throw. Going in. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? They can't squander this punish counter chance. Ooh, what a smart throw. The drive impact doesn't work. Wow, sat and waited for this opening. This is a critic gut punch transmit. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Open, this unleashes some big damage. Barely blocks the jump, brushes that off and keeps going. Solar plexus strike. Gets the combo. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Nowhere to run. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? Player 1 throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? Player 2. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Flatlines them. Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with.